y'all doing? Y'all good? Yeah, all right. That's glad.
I know everybody says keep everything normal, keep it all the same. It's only day one of this week, but how is that going? How is that process going of keeping it normal?
Like what we come in and do every day. Just get back to the film room, keeping it simple for us. Getting the game plan down, going through practice, see our looks, come back, make corrections, and go from there.
Saying that finding a way to slow down Saquon Barkley a bit is going to be key for this game. Do you take anything away from after the first quarter of the last game that you guys were able to keep him more in check? Is there something you could take away from that, you think, going forward?
No, man, it's just pretty simple. Just, us being in our gaps and making our hits. He's going to find little creases here and there, and that's something he's good at. Checking every gaps, making sure everybody's disciplined. And, on our part, we just got to be in our gaps and making our hits when it comes.
Yeah, let's just do that. Hey, Frankie, this will be your third turn, obviously, feeling or seeing Philly, rather. What did you see? Just can you take away from both of those opportunities, first and foremost?
Man, just making the most out of them. This is my first, go and run for it, and just I know all of the guys are the same way. So, I'm trying to not make it a big thing or not. It's just another game for us where, we just got to go out and, play disciplined football.
If you could go back to September, knowing what you know now about what this team's been able to build, what would you maybe tell yourself back then?
Man, it's crazy because I was, asking the guys, if we were to ask the question, would y'all think we would be here today or we might have a chance? A lot of guys say we have a chance, you know what I mean? But it just took time for us to build that brotherhood, build that bonding, anybody, anywhere, anytime, and we got that. So, man, we got a special group, and I'm going to go with my boys, 100.
Hey, Frankie, before the start of the season, not a lot of people gave this Washington team an opportunity to make it this far, get to the playoffs. Everyone's betted against you.
Yeah.
Does that motivate the team, or does that fire you guys up before every game?
Yeah, man. We always been counted out, and we just let them handle that. And whatever we handle in the building and in our locker room, that's the only thing we can control. And a lot of us, man, we all underdog mentality, and I kind of like that because nobody's a diva on the team. Everybody just come put their head down to work, and that's the type of team we have.
On Saturday after the Quan interception, you got yourself a pretty good shot on Jared Goff. Is that one of those things that when you have an opportunity to go to lay a block or lay a hit on a quarterback who's protected so much during the game, do you relish that opportunity? Do you try and take the best advantage of it that you can, obviously within the rules?
Yeah, man, on that specific play, I thought Quan was right behind me the whole way. I was running. I looked back, he made one miss. And then by the time I looked up, Goff was right there. No intentions of me trying to, block in any way, just trying to get my boy in the end zone. And, like I said before, I hope he all right. And, it's football, man. We play it fast and violently, and that's how I kind of play the game. And that's how, shout out to Kevin Green, Hall of Fame, that's how he taught me the game. So I play like how he played. And, it got me this far, so I ain't going to change anything about it.
When you look at the two games you guys have played against the Eagles, Saquon has had a couple of big runs, but outside of those big runs, you guys have done a pretty good job of hemming him in. How do you kind of not allow those big plays and kind of keep them to, the 3-4 yards at a time?
Man, like I said, he does a good job of finding these little creases and finding gaps. On our side of the ball on defense, we just got to be in our gaps, really disciplined. Say ball go, going left side and I'm on the right. He's going to find these little creases where he can bounce. So he's going to test every gap. So we just got to be disciplined. And when the time comes, we just got to make our hits.
Hey, Frankie, so Coach Quinn talks a lot about teams, inclusive of you all, things that don't come up on the stat sheet. So when you look at the Eagles offense, what are some things that they're really good at that may not come up on the stat sheet?
Man, what are they not good at? What they are good at? Man, they're a good football team. They got something special, and I like my cards better than them. So, nothing against them. Any of that is the third time playing each other, and I had a feeling that this is gonna come back and turn around. So, we just gotta do our job and go from there.
And this season is an all-pro year for you. So how are you feeling about this year and just the overall opportunity that you have had this year and made all-pro?
Man, that's been one of my goals. You know, I wrote it down at the beginning of the year. I wanted to be, you know, first all-pro, but, you know, just being an all-pro is just a testament on my work and I've been put in, and, you know, the guys and coaches that play a huge part of where I'm at. So I'm just overly blessed. And, you know, God's been very good to me and my family and put me in positions where this is my calling. And, you know, I'm here today and, you know, playing for the playoffs. So I have a chance to go to the big chip. So I'm just embracing, be where my feet at, and, you know, go from there.
You mentioned at the start, and you related a little bit to it there, that this is your first real postseason run. I'm just curious, like, how does it feel for you after, I think this is your first winning season,
Right.
First winning season, first year in Washington, and you're speaking in front of a NFC Championship backdrop. How does that feel?
Man, it feels special. Like, all my emotions, everything is all new. So, you know, this is my first time being in the NFC playoffs championship, and I'm just happy I got JD5 on the other side, man, to make things happen. You know, and, you know, I'm just trying to do my part, and our defense take some control we can control, and, you know, and help us win.
You mentioned, you know, the brotherhood earlier. That's obviously a big Dan Quinn thing. You know, first winning season. You mentioned riding with your guys. You've been to a few places now. Like, what's been different about this place culturally that's really differentiated to you and made a difference? You feel like
I think one thing is saying it, but like living it and actually, you know, bring it to life is one thing. Man, I think over here, we talk about it, but we bring it to life. You know, everybody, like the interception, like we all in the end zone. And I know this is just different energy. You know, people just doing their part, but also just celebrating with each other. And, you know, in the locker room, we talking, we playing cards like that. That's the huge, you know, team bonding and guys off the field, you know, with that connection we have.
Every step of the way, this postseason, you guys have played against a really tough running back. Obviously, we've been talking about it. Saquon for a third time this weekend. But do you enjoy those heavyweight matches, or do you think, like, this is another tough day of work? How do you approach going?
Man, I enjoy them a lot. I like them. I like these kind of games, man, because, you know, they count us out. And also, like, going against a good running back, that's where you really, you know, see yourself as a team, as a defense. As far as my goal, man, going against the best is like he's going to bring out the best in you. So, and he's one of the best by far to ever play the position. And, you know, he's balling out this year. So, hats off to him. But, you know, by every time we play him, it's going to be a dogfight. And that's the type of, you know, game we bring. And, you know, run around and hit, you know, very violently. So that's all I got to say about, you know, heading to this game. Appreciate it.